Hello, it's the Appalachia Ranger. Welcome to the eve of 2026. It's currently 12:41 in the UK, New Year's Eve. So we're early into 2026. So today I wanted to make you a brand new video to take you into 2026 with a new full health commando build that's been tweaked a little bit, edited. It feels nicer, I hope. I think it's the one. I think it's a nice build to take into 2026. It's raid ready. It's bounty hunter ready. It's pretty much a great all-rounder. You will cripple enemies. You will take out enemies quick, and it will get you through many problems within Fallout 76. Just before we start, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who's been subscribing in the past 2 months. It's been huge. I've never seen such a subscriber push like I've seen in the past couple of months. It's huge. I'm like, everything's green on my account. Like, we're just flying. This channel's flying at the moment. So I hope to keep it up there. But thank you, that's because of you, that's because everyone's watching, and thank you for the feedback on all my videos. Your feedback is so important because it helps me improve my builds, and it helps me improve builds to put out for future generations to take on for this game. So let's get into the 2026 full health commando build. There it is. Should we get into the specials first? And in the specials we have a strength out of 10, perception out of 15, endurance out of 10, charisma out of 4, intelligence is staying at 1, but trust me, you're not stupid on this build. Agility out of 10, and you've got luck out of 6. I'm going to leave that on there for a moment for you, just so you can jot down those numbers and place it onto your own character while the video progresses. I'll leave you for a moment. And that is your specials. As always, before we move on to the perk cards, my favourite part, you always know that, the video could be completely time-stamped, so you don't have to listen to the full 40 to 35 minute video I'm making that I always do on the build videos. If you do like listening, let me know. If you don't, then you just use timestamps. Much appreciated. Timestamps is easy to make. I think everyone should use timestamps. Big push on timestamps. Timestamp your videos. There you go. And let's get straight into the perk cards. Right, so let's go to the legendary perk cards first. Just, you know me, I always make the mistake of never showing you the legendary perk cards until after showing you the perk cards. So there we go. And let's start from the bottom. Let's go legendary intelligence, rank 4, +5 intelligence. Legendary strength, rank 4, +5 strength. Legendary luck, +5, rank 4. Legendary endurance, rank 4, +5 endurance. Legendary agility, +5, rank 4. And the extra on the top, taking 1 for the team. Enemies take rank 4. Enemies take 5% more damage when they attack you if you are on a team. So remember, stay in a team. It's good for you. Team player. So I'm going to go through these again slowly so you can jot them down, so you don't feel like you're being rushed on the video. And I'll leave you for a moment just to have a quick ponder over the legendary perk cards. And I will leave it there. That's more than enough time right there for you. There you go. There's your legendary perk cards. And the longest part of the video, but our favourite part, perk cards. Let's talk about perk cards. Let's start from the top. Strength. So first card, it will cost you 2 points. Strong back, gain more carry weight based on your strength. Your strength's maxed out, so you have a lot of carry weight. As you know me, I love my carry weight in this game. The more I can carry, the longer I can stay outside in Appalachia, the better. I don't like having to come back and forward to my camp too much. I like to stay out there, go to all those public events, go to all those events, and be able to carry as much as possible. Next is travelling pharmacy on a +2. I've been criticised for having travelling pharmacy, and I understand why, but I like carrying. I don't like being weighed down. I don't like losing carry weight for anything. I don't carry that much stims or chems on this build, but I still like to have everything reduced. So traveling pharmacy at a rank 2, and it will be weights of all chems including stim packs are reduced by 9%. It's not necessary because you don't always need to carry that many stim packs on this build, but this is just a convenience card for me. So I understand when people say, oh, you don't really need travel and pharmacy, so I completely get that. But it's a convenience card for me. You don't need to have this. You really don't. You could have sturdy frame on instead, which reduces the armor weight. It's completely up to you, to be honest. It depends what gun you build running as well. Next is easy target at a rank 3. Important parts come in now. Plus 75% range damage to crippled targets. You'll be doing a lot of cripple damage on this build, so obviously the more damage you can do, the quicker you get rid of that enemy. The quicker you get rid of an enemy, the less ammunition you spend, the less expensive it is to be out in a wasteland. And the next one of my personal favourites that I put on quite recently, is Barbarian. Gain damage resistance are based on your strength. Because our strength is maxed out capped at the 15. We're going to be really tanky and the damage resistance is going to shoot up. You'll see. I'll show you on the damage resistance stats later. It's doubled when not wearing armour. I'm not too sure why you'd be running around the wasteland without any armour, but if that situation, you ever come by that situation, well, you got more damage resistance right there. Just off that perk card. Next is Scatter Shot. Plus 20% of the damage dealt to limb is applied to all limbs on your target. So, extra damage. Remember what I said before? Extra damage. Quicker you get out of the situation. I've got Bandolier on because I am running a Elders map, so I'm carrying a lot of 45s. I like to carry a lot of weight because, like I said before, I don't want to keep running back and forward to my camp to pick up ammunition. So ballistic ammo weighs 9% less, and that's at a rank 2. Next is Blocker. Some people say don't use Blocker, but I still like using Blocker. Don't ask me why. I like using Blocker. I think I will move away from Blocker one day, but I'm not ready to move away from Blocker. And that's at a rank 3. Take 45% less damage from your opponent's melee attacks. So if you are caught in a pinch and someone is close by, well, you're negating all that damage, you're just flicking it off you, and you're tanky. That's what you want to be on this build. You want to be tanky and powerful at the same time, without having to rely on power armor. The next one we're going into is Perception, and that is at the 15 now. And we're going to go to Number Cruncher, which will cost you 3 points. Your weapons have 2% increased damage per AP cost, so extra damage, quicker you get out of bad situations. That is Number Cruncher. Next we have Rank 3 Down Ranger. You do 20% plus 20% range damage to far enemies. So the further the enemy, the more damage you're doing. I don't think that you have to be that far away. I think close encounters is close encounters. Further away, you're still doing plenty of damage on this build, and it's going to get you through 2026. That's a guarantee. Tormentor, you deal 20% more damage per crippled limb to your target. So if you go back to Scatter Shot there, you're doing damage all round, and you're going to be crippling more parts of the body at the same time. So that means you're dealing so much more damage at the same time as well. Fantastic. That's Tormentor, it will cost you 2. We've got Tank Killer. Your ranged weapons ignore 40% of armor, so forget about the enemy's armor being on because you're just going to push through it with a Tank Killer and it will cost you 2 points. And that means more damage on top of more damage on top of more damage. Next is everything to do with FATs, because this will be a FATs build at the same time. Gain more FATs accuracy based on your perception, so it's maxed out. So the accuracy is going to go way up, so you're less likely to miss in the FATs. I've got Concentrated Fire at rank 3, Focus Fire to gain plus 3% enemy accuracy and damage per shot. Strength and Perception are just pushing all the damage out, and they're both married up because of the Scatter Shot and the Easy Target. Everything's married up to each ratio, doing loads of damage there. Next is the special with the most points, and that is Endurance. So we're going to start with Life Giver, which will cost you 2. Gain more at max HP per point in Endurance. It's maxed out, so plenty of HP right there. Next we have Ironclad at a rank 3 armour provides 25% more protection doubled if wearing a set. We are wearing a matching set, by the way, so that damage resistance and that tankability is right there, and that will cost you 3 points. Iron Stomach. Iron Stomach increased damage and energy resistance based on endurance while not diseased. So your damage resistance and damage and energy resistance is going to be hitting new heights when you're not diseased, and because we are maxed out endurance, it's going to push even further through the threshold. So that's Iron Stomach. Natural resistance. I've just put natural resistance on recently. I've just increased elemental resistance based on endurance while not diseased. So you have more resistance to more things at all times now, just happy with having natural resistance. I like natural resistance. It's kind of an off meta card, but I like to throw it in there. Next we have Thirst Quencher, an important card because we'll be using fats. Increase max AP based on endurance while not diseased. That will cost you 1 point. More AP the better. So when we got max endurance as well, so this is going to be great. You will see when we do our little test phase at the end. You will see. Vaccinated, increased damage resistance based on endurance. So we want to reduce the diseases we may occur on our way around. So there we go, vaccinated at rank 1, and it'll be maxed out based on endurance. We got Fireproof, which again, big importance for me. We need to take less damage. We need to be able to walk around and just not die. No one likes to die. No one likes to ask people to beg them to stim pack them still. This game is very friendly for that. People will get you up reviving if you need reviving, but the less I need to be in that situation, the better. So we're going to Fireproof at rank 3, take 45% less damage from explosions and flame attack. And there's plenty of explosions in this game, especially in the Burning Springs update. So there's more fire in the Burning Springs update. It's very odd, but this card really helps with that. We've got Starch Genes, because you'll be mutated. You'll never mutate from Rads, and Radaway will never cure your mutations. Starch Genes is a stable card that will be on every single Fallout 76 build for the foreseeable future. Everyone wants to be mutated. You need to be mutated too. Rejuvenated, we are a full health build, and we are an Overeaters build as well. So we need to be rejuvenated, we need to be eating and drinking plenty. Benefits being well fed or hydrated are further increased when you have less than 10% RADs. So we're not going to be ever been a less than 10% RAD situation. So this card is really going to help, and I'll show you the benefits of being fully fed later on in the video after the perk cards. And next is Charisma. Very short one, Charisma as always. My character doesn't have that much charisma, just like me. But there we go. Inspirational, it only costs you 1 point. Gain more XP while on a team based on your charisma. An important one, Strange in Numbers. Positive mutation effects is plus 25% stronger if teammates are mutated too. That is a must. It will happen. Teammates will be mutated, so don't worry about that. This card will always be working. Tenderizer, each attack your target takes each attack makes your target take increased damage. More damage, the quicker you get out of bad situations. I always say that. I always think Tenderizer is an important one. So let's keep going on that one. And next we go into Intelligence. And that's at 6 now because the perk card. Stim packs just restore more HP based on your intelligence. So you basically you're going to use less stim packs to fill your health bar back up. Very nice card. First aid. Next is Field Surgeon. It'll cost you 2 points. Stim packs and Radaways heal 60% faster, so it's just quicker basically. You're getting those stim packs in, out, get back out there as quick as possible. Strapper is my throwaway card. Obtain more components when you strap weapons and armor. So the more you strap, the better. The more you can repair your weapons, and the more junk you have, because junk is a high commodity. Everyone wants junk. Not in real life, but you want junk in this game, trust me. Good with salt. We'll be carrying plenty of food around with us, so we want that food to spoil slower. So food in your inventory will spoil 9% slower. I like good with salt. A lot of people said you don't need good with salt, but for me it's a convenience card. I do like my convenience cards, so there we go. That is that for Intelligence. Let's go on to Agility next, where The numbers are coming in, and we're going to talk about a very important thing what was added into the game recently, well, not recently, and that is onslaught. Onslaught to you means damage. Onslaught stacks to you also mean damage, and it's necessary. And we're going to start from the top on agility. It's going to be a 15 points in agility, and that is Gunslinger Master to start off with, cost you 3 points. Gain onslaught stacks over time and spend them on attacks plus 10 max stats. Max stats. So the more stats you have, the more damage you're doing, the more onslaught stats you can spend on damage. So the more damage you're doing, remember what I said, the quicker we get out of situations. Next is Gunslinger. Your ranged weapons do plus 12% weak spot damage. So remember, when we're crippling areas, while we're crippling weak points at the same time, that damage is going up. And the quicker we do that damage, the quicker we get everyone out of the way. Great card. Costs you 3 points though. Gunslinger Expert. It's going to add more stats. It's going to cost you 2 though. Plus 1% range, weak spot damage per onslaught stat, plus 3 max stats. So the more stats you have in that point where you're aiming for the weak points, boom, get rid of them. Get rid of someone. Perfect card. But there you go. And let's move on to a Gorilla. Gorilla will cost you 3 points. You will do plus 20% range damage to close enemies. That will cost you 3 points, like I said. So, like I said again, more damage. Agility is about stacking all your damages up and stacking all your onslaught up at the same time. Gorilla Master will cost you 3. Plus 5% range damage to close enemies per onslaught stat, plus 5 stats. So you're adding the stacks on top of stacks on top of stacks. Great card, more damage as I say, more damage means quicker situations and the more time you can spend killing things in this game. And last card, sort of like a throwaway card, but not a throwaway card, Evasion. Chance to evade attacks based on agility, and trust me, this card will you see the little dink pop up a lot, because the agility is very high on this build. So you'll be evading a lot of attacks. Believe it or not, this card is really nice, and you will see this card activate more often than you think. Really, it will pop more often than you think. So that's agility. Luck is at 11. We're going to start from the top. Under nice cards, Grim Reaper's Sprint. Any kills in fact restores your action points based on luck. So there we go, right there. We kill, action points go up. The more time you spend in fats, the more time you can clear out a room. Next, we have plus 3 better criticals. Fats criticals now do plus 100% damage. So you think you're already doing, imagine you've got max stacks, onslaught stacks, and you do your critical fats, the damage is quadrupled. You will paste everyone. Super mutants, burning springs, bounties. You'll paste for everyone. Very nice. That's better criticals that are rank 3. Ricochet, gain a chance to deflect range attacks based on your luck. Again, I like deflecting stuff. I like stuff going away from me. I don't want anybody touching me in this game. So the more damage resistance we have, the better it is. And that is exactly what we want. And that's why I have Ricochet on here. It's up to you on that one, but I love Ricochet. And remember, this build is about being tanky and developing damage. Next is 4-leaf clover. Misses in fact now contribute to your critical meter based on your luck. So by chance that you do miss in your fats, you'll do more damage anyway. Not more damage. You'll contribute to your critical meter, so your critical meter is filling up quicker. And like I said, if you go back to better criticals, the quicker you push another critical attack out, the better, because the more damage you're doing at the same time. So I always keep 4-leaf clover. I've only put 4-leaf clover on recently just because I've seen the potential of 4-leaf clover, so I suggest this moves into a lot of meta builds in the future. Next is Class Freak, another staple card, same as Starch Genes, because everyone's mutated. It will cost you 3 points. The negative effects of your mutations are reduced by 75%. It's a must, because mutations do have a lot of negative effects, but the more you can reduce, the better for you, and the better your build is. Next is Junk Shield. Junk Shield, it's the card of 2025 that everyone ended up bleeding into the builds when everyone understood what Junk Shield actually did. And Junk Shield does give you a ridiculous amount of damage resistance. And you'll see, so the trick behind junk shield is to always be carrying 100 pieces of junk at one time. So what you can do, and I'll show you that later on, carry some useless piece of junk, 100 pieces of it, lock it in your inventory, and that junk shield is activated all the time. And because you'll be dying less as well, you don't need to worry about dropping this junk too much. And if you do drop it, it's just a case of going back and relocking it back into your inventory. And that's it. This is the full Commando build of 2026 perk cards section. I'll leave it on screen for a moment so you can actually look at it at the moment. I'll leave a separate timestamp for this so you can just look at the perk cards as they are now on screen. So you can just jot them down, take a screenshot and leave it as is. So I'll leave it on screen for a moment. Thank you for listening if you have on the perk cards moment, and I'll leave you be for a moment. And that's that. That is the perk card section of this video. We'll move on to the weapons, stats, mutations, armor, and then the test. I hope you've enjoyed the video up to now. I know I have. I've just come up with this build for the past month or so, and I hope it's been working out. It has worked out. I finalised it yesterday properly, ran some tests, and it really is working. So let's jump in that pit, boy. Let's fill up, because we are an overeaters build, we're going to fill ourselves up first. Let's drink and eat, so we get the stats to be true and authentic on screen. So, let's look at damage resistance to start off with. We are looking at normal damage resistance at a 619. We're looking at a poison resistance of a 38, fire resistance of a 38, energy resistance at 871. This is without being in the team at the moment, remember that? Because this will jump once we're in a team. Chiral resistance 38, radiation resistance 392. And that's that. Let's look into the effects that we have on currently. We're wearing civil engineer armor, and the armor bonus 10% chance of 150% fire damage to melee attackers, and weapons break 35% slower. Because we are using an Elder's Mark, this armor is a must because the Elder's Mark is a cursed weapon and it breaks notoriously quick. We have Myzama, poison by targets. That's just on my armor. Forget about the food I've just eaten. Let's look at the fully fed perk card. That fully fed, this is now doubled because we had rejuvenated on it, a max rank, plus 60% health, plus 4% strength, plus 45% damage resistant, disease resistance. So disease resistance is all-time high at this point. So you always have your endurance cards activated at all times. It really works well. Next on this video, we're going to quickly go through mutations, just so you can see what mutations I carry. I do have got 2 useless mutations on here, but I'll tell you where they are and not to worry about them, don't use them. But that is, I've never really changed them, but that's that. So let's start off with our mutations. First we have adrenaline reaction, plus 5 damage per kill while on a kill streak. Trust me, you'll be doing a lot of killing, so the kill streak will be really high. The negative effect, but it's been reduced, is minus 12 HP. Bird Bones, plus 4 agility, minus 1 strength, minus 9% fall damage, minus 45% fall speed. Eagle Eyes, minus 1 strength, plus 50 critical damage. We are in fats, so that's important. We will be pushing out more damage. Plus 4 perception, so even more damage on top of that. Egghead, sorry, minus 0.75% strength, minus 0.075% endurance, but we get a big push on the intelligence, and that is a plus 6 intelligence. We have electrically charged, just in case anyone tries to come anywhere near us, 40% chance to deal 25% energy damage to melee attackers, keep those pests away. Grounded, minus 30% energy damage, gun damage, plus 100% energy resistance. So great card for that. This way I use the ballistic ammo weapon, so we don't losing energy gun damage doesn't mean anything to us on this build. Healing factor, plus 3% health regen, and minus 14% chem effects. I don't really use chems that much, but the negative effect isn't that bad. Next, I am a herbivore in this build. Herbivore is better for me. I like herbivore. Immune to diseases and rads from veggies, plus ×2 the benefits of veggies. And I use a lot of XP buff veggies. Veggies what help my AP, and you'll see that. A lot of veggies for helping AP and stuff from the fats as well. I've got herd mentality. Ignore me on that. Minus 50% all specials. I've got marsupial, staple, marsupial. Everyone's got marsupial. It's plus 320% jump height, plus 20% carry weight, minus 1 on the intelligence. It's a must. Everyone has it. You'll need it. Next is scaly skin, another important one. We've got plus 50% energy resistance, plus 50% damage resistance, minus 12 AP, which isn't too bad. And finally, we have Speed Demon at a plus 30 reload speed, plus 20% move speed, plus 30% hunger and thirst while moving. But we're overeaters, we're always beaten anyway, so we don't need to worry about that. And that is my mutations. So I'll slowly go back through them again so you can jot them down and get them together for yourself. I'll leave you just for a moment. Okay, and next I'll quickly take you through the perk card effects, what are happening at the same time while you have them on. Just to show you what sort of damage numbers and calculations and percentages come through with these perk cards. So with the awareness, we have a plus 21% fats accuracy, barbarian, plus 63 damage resistance, downranger, plus 20% damage versus far targets. Easy target, plus 75% damage versus crippled. Nice. Evasive, plus 7% evade chance. First aid, plus 60% stimpact healing. 4-leaf clover, plus 41% critical miss. Good with salt, minus 90% food spoil rate. Gorilla, plus 20% damage versus close range. Gorilla Master, 135% damage versus close range. Wow, the numbers. Iron Stomach, plus 75% damage, energy resistance, plus 67 damage resistance. Ironclad, plus 50% armor bonus. Junk Shield, plus 103 damage resistance, plus 103 damage resistance, energy resistance, and damage resistance. Wow, a lot. Life Giver, plus 131 HP. Natural Assistance, plus 39 poison resistance, plus 39 tower resistance, plus 39 fire resistance. Good numbers. Ricochet, plus 12% chance deflect chance, plus 45 carry weight on the strong back. Burst Quencher, plus 87 max AP, huge number. Tormentor, plus 20% damage per limb your crippled limb your target has. Vaccinated, plus 46 damage resistance. Great. Fully hydrated, plus 6% AP regen, plus 4 endurance, plus 45% damage resistance. Look at these numbers. Great numbers. You'll love it. It's going to be a great build. So shall we move into the more important part, the gun we're running on this build? Everyone knows what it is. No need to worry. Everyone knows what we're running. We are running the big boy, the big meta gun at the time, the gun of 2025. It is the Elder's Mark. Look at the beast. Just look. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to show you everything I'm running on this gun today. Everything. Look at it. And yesterday I did get the pinpointers. Very lucky mod. Oh, took a long time to get the pinpointers, but you'll see why pinpointers is important. So let's start from the top. It is a furious 1-star, +5 damage per onslaught stat, +9 stats, more damage. +25% weapon speed. It's pew 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 pew. Very quick. And that is rapid mod, 2 stars. Next is swift, 3 stars, +15% reload speed. Reload extremely quick. You will see. You get through those targets quickly. And the 4-star mod, the most important, the hardest mod to get, and it's a nightmare to get. I do apologise. Pinpointers is a nightmare. +20% damage to weak points. We are aiming for weak points. We are aiming to cripple. So the damage is huge. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous damage. Trust me, it's really ridiculous. It is a curse, so it's got a +15% damage and 20% attack speed, but low durability. But you see down the low durability isn't going to really affect us that much very soon. And I will show you. The modifications I've got a standard receiver, I've got a short light barrel, I've got a recoil composite stock, the large quick eject drum, I've got the suppressor, and I've got a reflex sight dot. Counter guns I could use for this build is the standard fixer. The fixer would be great, and the handmade with pretty much the same perk cards will go really well if you can't get your hands on an Elder's Mark. So yeah, do pick them up as a must as well. If you can't get the Elder's Mark yet, go for a fixer. Fury's fixer, Fury's handmade. They will work just as well. They're not cursed, so you do miss out on a little bit of damage, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. So that is the gun we're using, that is the Elder's Mark. And let's go into armour. I am using a civil engineer armour, specifically because it has some little bonuses attached to it, which help me while I'm using the Elder's Mark, because the Elder's Mark is a little bit ridiculous on its durability. So that's why we use the civil engineer armour. Civil engineer armour has a special stat when you're wearing them all, and that is 10% chance of 150% fire damage to melee attackers, and weapons break slower. So when you're wearing it all, your weapons now break 35% slower, meaning that Elder's Mark is going to last 10 times longer than it usually would. So civil engineer is a must on this build. It's not going to have a secret service, but you're losing that 35% slower durability rate on the Elder's Mark. So it's completely up to you. Do you want to be even more tanky? Because trust me, if this had Secret Service on this build, it'd be just as tanky, even tankier. So it's completely up to you. So I'll show you the modifications I have. So I'm an Overeaters build. Overeaters increases damage reduction up to 6% as you fill your 101st meter, currently 6%. So a full tummy means more damage reduction. So it means you are a walking tank. Trust me, you won't die. Silly mistakes make you die, but this build doesn't. Next, we have intelligence, because I like my XP, so I have intelligence on there. Next, I have true hikers as well. True hikers reduces my food weight, so I don't need to carry the true hikers card anymore, which I did have on the previous build. So now I have true hikers across the board. So now I've freed up space on that build, and I've put more perk cards on there, making me even tankier. So I'm not using a useless perk card. For the 4-star, I have Sawbones. Health regenerates slowly, +1% per second, up to 5% per second on full stack. I have it deep pocketed and butt rest for the damage resistance. On the next one, we have, I think this is the left or right arm. I think it's the left or right arm. We don't need to worry. It's the same perk cards. We've got the Overeaters, we've got the Intelligence, we've got the True Hikers. The difference is the 4-star. The 4-star plus 10%, plus 10 bonus damage per second to nearby targets. So if anyone's too close, push them away. Same again, butt rest, deep pocketed. We have the, what is that? We have the left leg, again, Overeaters, Intelligence, True Hikers, and next we have a Limit Breaker. Each worn armor piece reduces the cost of critical hits by 10%, because we are using fats and we are using critical hits. This is a great card. I'm wondering whether to put all the pieces to Late Breaker if I find it, but we'll see in the future. But yes, that's my 4-star on there. Same again, deep pocketed for that carry weight, butt rest for that damage resistance, walking tanks. Left arm, again, overeaters, intelligence, true hikers, and we have the Miasmas card, the 4-star mod. Just poison damage to nearby enemies. I can't pronounce it, I'm so sorry. I've got butt rest and deep pocket again. I have the radiant paint from an old season there. And last but not least is the right leg. And again, we've got overeaters, intelligence, true hikers, runners, sprinting action cost reduced by 20%, so we're not using that much AP when we're running around. I'll change that in the future. Runners won't be necessary, but for now, it's great. That is my armor there. I'll keep one on because they're all pretty much the same. The 4-star can completely be up to you on that. But these first 3 stars, I'd say keep it as a must. That is Overeaters, Intelligence, and True Hikers. And last but not least, what should we do? Should we go and test this build out? It's our favourite part. Pew pew. Where should we go today? Should we do a grunt hunt, or should we go and see our friends at West Tech? I wonder. Let's go see our friends at West Tech. Right, this is the test phase of the build. As always, you know me, in the test phase of the build, we have a quick laugh, a joke, we talk about the future of the channel, where we're going next. Yeah, like, what shall we do now? Guys, what should we do? We're going to make more build videos in the future. Like I said before, it's been really, really great. It's been a positive year. And let's test this build out and see how much damage we do. Let's see how much of a tank we really are. There we go. No damage. Crippled down. Goodbye, sir. Doggo, no damage. Ooh, beautiful. The mutants never stood a chance. I've seen those numbers though there. This is the point I'm making. The numbers are so big. Look, down on the floor. We're just crippling. We're pushing right through. Take that turret down. Okay, let's try and take it down straight away. But as you can see, the damage resistance is huge. We've just pushed through there like it was nothing. I didn't even break a sweat in that moment. Should we go inside and see what's going on inside here? It's great. If you can see, the damage numbers are so high and critical damage is so high as well. You can even do sneak on this build and it would do ridiculous damage on top of damage. It's fantastic. It's so nice. Let's keep pushing through. Let's keep testing. As you can see, this is a build for all. It is expensive to make, but trust me, everyone can get themselves to this build. It's not impossible. A little bit of patience, a little bit of grinding, and you can get to where you need to be on this game. Just look, I'm not being touched. I'm not being touched by anyone. Look, touch me. Doggo, shoot me. Look, pew pew. That's all we need to worry about. Point, aim, fire. Look at that, 800. 800 on a headshot there, critical. And we're aiming at the weak points there. The damage is unreal. It's fantastic. So, like I was saying at the start, this is going to be your 2026 full health Commando build. It's going to push you through the new year. You're going to make waves. You're going to be a really, really tough, tanky, damage dealing player in the wasteland come the new year. And it's going to give you great results. And you know something, that's all we need on this game. We all want to be tanky. No one likes to be frustrated when they play a game. If you want to be frustrated and play a game, well, play Elden Ring, play Bloodborne. But you know, some of us, we don't like to be frustrated. We just like to chill. And look, it's a chill build. That's what we'll call it now, chill build. Do you want to be chill? Chill build. Enjoy yourself, it's great. We're just chilling. As you can see, the damage numbers. You have a really nice time with this build. And if you don't have a nice time with this build, or you want to change something on this build, please let me know. Because, do you know something? If we're all working together to make better builds for everybody. And I know in the coming PTS that there's going to be big changes to builds and stuff, but I still think this build will drive you through 2026. Even though overeaters is being changed, damage reductions are coming in, I don't think we really need to worry about the future of the PTS. I think we all need to change with the times, because before I came back to making build videos for Fallout 76, I was still stuck in a rut believing that Blooded was the best. Blooded still has its place in the world. We're going to do it. We're going to do a bounty while here, just so I can show you how great this build is for bounties as well. We all believed it was going somewhere, it's going to stay forever, but as I saw over time, Blooded moved away and Overeaters came in. Junkies moved away. Junkies was a big build back in the day, but do you know something? We all have to move forward, and I hope in 2026 we all move forward too, and we all progress with Fallout, because you know something, Fallout's here to stay. I don't think Fallout 76 is going to move anytime soon. For me, it's still a great game. I know a lot of people wouldn't agree with me on that, but you know something? It's still playing, it's still selling, we're still talking about it. And considering like the views I've had on my videos recently, oh, we got a Deathclaw. Let's see what we can do in this big boy. Look at that, big boy. So like I was saying, Fallout's here to stay, and even when Fallout 5 comes out, if it comes out, I don't know. Fallout 76 will still be here, so we all need to be helping each other and still building this community together. I'm stuck in a rut right now. I've got a lot of action, as you can tell. Ah, it's resilient. Well, I really got stuck in a rut there. Well, hey, it's a great time to test this build. I hate the resilience build. I hate the resilience mutation. It always catches up. But as you can see, look, we survived. How unfortunate that I would test this during a resilience mutation. I'm gonna get myself. Wow, I jumped really high there. Whoa. As you can see, I'm weathering all the storms. Wow. But thankfully, I've just proved to you how powerful this build is. We're going to try and cripple our big boy here. Wow. So yes, I have just proved this is a really powerful build, by the way. So I'm very happy with this build, as you can see. I'm just not happy that Resilience decided to be the mutation. Which is odd. Well, it's not odd. It's just my luck. As you can see there, Deflect came on and the Evasive came on there. And let's... Ooh. See there, the Stim Pack works so much quicker with that perk card on. I love always getting caught in a pickle, but we've survived it. Thankfully. And that should be the grunt hunt done there. Awkward. Awkward. So, everyone, as you saw there, this build will survive the most awkward of situations where I'm attacked by feral ghouls, a bounty hunter, and 2 deathclaws without dying. And that was really awkward because it was resilient mutation as well, but as you can see, this build is a tank. You will not die. as long as you maintain things, and you saw how quick the stim pack works as well, it's fantastic. And that's exactly what we wanted out of this build. This is your build for 2026, everyone. And this is your daily driver, this is your raid ready build, this is your bounty hunter build, this is your everything build, and it will be the full health commando build of 2026. I promise you. And if it's not, well, I was wrong in the past, because it's the future tomorrow. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you at the next one, and I'll see you in 2026.